My name is Trish Johnson and I'm the coordinator of the Tennessee Healthy Watershed Initiative. Thank you all for coming out today on this nice, beautiful November day. I'm going to go ahead and just start us off by bringing up the Executive Director for the West Tennessee River Basin Authority, David Salyers, and he's going to talk a little bit about the Tennessee Healthy Watershed Initiative.
Thank you, Trish. Well, it's great to be here today. This is certainly not West Tennessee. But just want to talk a little bit about the Tennessee Healthy Watershed Initiative, and it was formed in August 2011 by 4 signatory organizations that comprise its executive committee, and they are the Department of Environment Conservation, represented today by Mr. Robbie Baker, the Nature Conservancy, represented by Sally Palmer, and the Tennessee Valley Authority, represented by Eric Cruz. Eric, there, okay, right over here. The initiative's primary goal is to maintain and improve water resources across the state by bringing together the public, landowners, resource management agencies, and conservation-focused organizations to promote communication, collaboration, and thoughtful water resources planning. The initiative has provided funding to 11 kickoff and round 1 funding projects across the state, totaling over $928,000. The most impressive part of that is the $675,000 of in-kind leverage matching that has been contributed and secured by over 70 partners that have been a part of these projects. The Tennessee Healthy Watershed Initiative certainly looks forward to many more successful projects and communities like this to help achieve the vision of sustainable river systems throughout Tennessee, in which streams and rivers are managed to conserve the native species, natural plant communities, and ecosystems found in and along the river system while meeting the needs of the human communities. Thank you for having me here.
2 years ago, the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency wrote a grant to the Tennessee Healthy Watershed Initiative for $35,000, and we got that grant, and we are so thankful for that from the Tennessee Healthy Watershed Initiative. We also got $24,000 of state wildlife grants, and Bill Reeves, our biodiversity chief, helped us get that, and so we leveraged the grant that we got from THWI to start removing the dam here on the East Fork of the Stones River at Brown's Mill. And it has taken us 2 years to get this project completed. Someone will sometimes ask, how long does it take to remove a dam? And I'll say, well, it takes 2 days to completely remove a dam, but it takes 20 months to get to that point. And so that's what we did. 2 years ago, we started the whole process. And you know, the first thing to start on this dam was just the idea, and that was David McKinney's idea, actually, not mine, of Environmental Services, saying, you know, why don't you go look at the Stones River and think about removing some of those dams that are out there? And I said, oh, all right, Mr. McKinney, that's what I'll do, and that's what we started doing. But the thing is, why? You know, why would you want to remove a dam to start with? And how do you decide where to remove that dam? And the East Fork of the Stones is a high priority stream. It's very important to the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Our headwaters, WMA, is the headwater, holds the headwaters to this stream, and so it's important that we continue work on the East Fork of the Stones. It's a very biodiverse river. And that makes it high priority, and that's why we got some of the funding that we did, because it is a high priority stream. Part of the process of getting our permits, our ARAP permit, thanks to Robbie Baker, and our 404 clean water permit was showing the diversity that's here and the diversity that we can improve. So we did pre-dam removal fish inventories here, and there's 35 species of fish that live in this stream now, and hopefully with the removal of the dam there'll be even more. When we did the mussel surveys here, there's only 2 species of mussels that occur here today, the Painted Creek shell and the Cumberland moccasin shell. But if you float the river, those folks of you that have floated the river, you'll see relic shells along the river of mussels that no longer live here. There's at least 6 different species of mussels that we found the relic shells of here in the river. So with the removal of the obstruction of the dam, it is our hopes that we will have more species of mussel return here. But there are so many people along the way that helped in this process. Everyone from the Stones River Watershed Association. I would keep going back to the Stones River Watershed Association, and we talk about it, and they give us ideas. When we first started talking about removing the dam, we had the idea of removing the dam, but it was the Stones River Watershed Association. Well, what about access to the river for folks in the future? So it was them that started thinking about making this ramp to the river a much more reasonable slope so that folks could have public access here in the near future. Richard Martin's been with us the whole way. I mean, he's the engineer with Griggs and Maloney who designed the dam removal and this access here, and he also walked us through that ARAP permit and the 404 permit. Burton Dye is here today, and so if you look at the sign up front, he's the one that gave us the permission to use his artwork to put on our signs. I am very thankful to the folks at TWRA that helped along the way. Again, David McKinney, my boss, Bill Reeves, for the help getting the funding. Sue Lanier is here, and where are you, Sue? And she did the map for our signs. Folks in our signage department did that, and so we're very, very thankful. At Murfreesboro Parks and Rec have helped us do everything from getting the grass mown, and folks from the city of Murfreesboro have helped us get this wire raised so that we could get the equipment down, the Parks and Rec as well, to get down to the dam to have it removed. And our contractor for this was Markham Excavation, Jerry Markham, and he got in there, and he never, the feet of his track hoe never touched the river the first day. He got in there, using the trees along the bank, and then he got up onto the dam itself and just very carefully removed that dam and nothing else. And he did it with such skill and such tact and such a soft touch that we were amazed at what he could do. Because the river just looks like a natural river now, and the jetty is here to give paddlers that do come in a nice, smooth, river to get into, calm waters to start their float. So this has been a joint effort. If I've missed anyone, Sally, actually she's the one that helped me with the grant writing to start with. The Nature Conservancy's been helping us in the planning process. But it's been a joint effort by many, many folks. And two people I haven't mentioned is the director of TWRA, and that's Ed Carter, and Steve Patrick is our assistant director, and they've been giving us just support along the way. If you think that's what we need to do, let's do it. And so we did, and the future, I hope, will be future public access to the river here. That's what our goals are. I've been working with Jane Polanski, going around visiting river accesses all over Middle Tennessee. She's been showing us all these different styles of river access that hopefully we can have public river access at this site in the near future. So thank you all so much, and I'm going to turn it over to Steve Patrick with the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency to tell you even more how important this river and this access is to our agency. Steve Patrick.
Thank you. Well, if you didn't think it took a lot of people to get something like this done, after Handy enumerating everybody that helped with this, it really does take community effort, lots of people from different disciplines to make something like this a success. Just as Brown's Mill in the late 1800s was an important part of Rutherford County, sustaining the residents that lived here, the removal of the dam is going to mean just as much to those folks that live in Rutherford County today. If you like to boat or kayak or canoe or get out and wade a stream, you're going to be able to do that now in this reach of the Stones River, and you're going to be able to see a lot of different wildlife along the way. When we first started talking about removing this, I was kind of wondering how long it would take river otter to find this part of the stream. Pandy said they were out here planting these trees last week, yesterday. and there were river otter at the end of this slope here, so they're already here. The fish, I'm sure, are moving freely up and down that, and like Pandy said, that with those fish are going to come the new colonization of mussel species along this reach of the river, and I dare say that the reclamation of this part of the river is going to take a lot less time than it took to get the permits to take the dam out. So I just encourage all of you to spread the word about this place, because most folks aren't going to know it's here. So if y'all talk it up, get them out here enjoying the river, see what kind of treasure they have here in Rutherford County.
And now Cynthia Allen from the Stenton River Watershed Association.
I thank everybody for coming out. The safety is going to be improved for the paddling, and Jane, thanks for working with us to try and figure out how we're going to have public access. I want everybody to know that the Stones River Watershed Association is really committed to just adopting this site as an example of what we need in our cities across the state. So thanks everybody so much for coming out and for participating in this.
Safe. Thank you so much. Like I said, we saw the otters out here yesterday, and it was just such a pleasant view from up here that we've never had before. And we're overly pleased with how it turned out and excited about the future. We just appreciate it so much and just really do look forward to the future of this area. So thank you.